allocation. Okay, and that is your sentimental sticker stack. Little update for you, Shop Vintage, which we really introduced to you at the very beginning, is now over 75% in allocation. So, of course, do bear in mind that if you're going to be joining us, of course, at 1 o'clock, it may not be available on that show, even if we do cover it, okay? So just bear that in mind because it's really, really busy. As well, the pad is over 35% and the heart as well, over 70% of that now, Sarah.
Oh, so I'm so glad you like it. I'm honestly, I've been so kind of genuinely touched by the reaction to this collection because I loved it, but last time we were here we were bringing you Simon's high kicking ninjas.
Oh, I know, they're amazing.
So we do such a diverse range of products here at Funky Fossil. So every time I bring a collection, I'm always hoping it's going to connect with you, and obviously this one has.
Do you know what? That's really important, and I'm so glad you mentioned that. Of course, is the true variety that you do share with us. There is so much to be explored, which is wonderful, and do you know what? It suits everybody, and that's it. There's always something for somebody. I'm going to very briefly just go through these so we can quickly get to a demo because this show is flying by. There's been loads to share with you, but it's been so busy, so I'm glad that we had taken the opportunity to do so. And we've also got these journals. Now, you may have noticed these fabulous systems in play here that Sarah's put together with your discs, your binding discs, and of course then your fabulous die cutting element.
Yep, absolutely. So, I mean, we can see here you've got journals of all sizes, shapes and sizes. You've got an A5, you've got an 8x8, you've got the little tag journals, and that's what the disc journal kit is going to give you the ability to do. You're going to explain the shop and then
absolutely. Of course, I can do it. I'll have a go at it. So what we've got for you here all of $24.99, which is incredible value for money. Shop journal. And you can either add Shop Journal White, Shop Journal Black, or Shop Journal Bright. That will get you your fabulous spine die here, along with, inside here as well, your actual wallet itself. So you can see inside there, you've got your wallet and your pocket in there. That there is going to get you your spine. And of course, typing Journal Black, Shop Journal Black will get you the black discs. Shop Journal White will get you the white discs for your binding spine. And then, of course, the Bright will get you this wonderful multicoloured assortment inside there. Now, these have really, really I mean, when I see these, I think, what a cracking idea. These are brilliant. These are fundamental, timeless elements that you absolutely need. I mean, $24.99 for those is great. So can you share a little bit about the system with us?
Absolutely. So in terms of the kit, the spine die, there are 2 dies in the pack, and they do 2 different things. So you can either cut out strips, and that's what I'm trying to show you here, is there are strips that have been cut out and stuck to the card. Which means you can turn any project that you've made into a page in some kind of journal that you want to make. So you can work on any surface, any size of card. Then attach your strip that you've got these kind of tabs cut out of to your page, and it will bind together with the discs. Just pop them in, and of course you can move your pages, take them in and out.
They're brilliant.
The other die in the set, and this is an example here from the wonderful Brian, actually cuts directly into the page. So you've got your choices of whether you actually cut your strips and just attach pages as and when you're ready to, or whether you want to actually cut directly into the page that you've made, or the tag in this case, and add it in. And the joy of this, of course, is because all of the using the same die, you've got the same spacing. You can then create pages of different sizes and shapes, and they're all going to work together, and so you can create these journals where you've got different size pages all sitting neatly together. The discs mean that you're able to kind of create quite chunky and bulky pages. Definitely. And of course what you get in the initial kits is a choice. You've got 2 different kits on offer. One is A5 and one is 6x6. The die is the same. The die does not change. The choice you are making is in the size of the cover wallet that you are going to purchase with that die. So what we've got is a pair of cover wallets, and this is where I like to show that if you're not a journaler but you do want some storage, use the system to store your dies, use it to store your stencils. So you've got the option there of building up a really kind of durable, they don't fall out of this. So if you just want to stock up on the plastic wallets that are in the brand shop, you can be putting your magnetic sheets in or your stencils and using it for storage as well. So your choice is, the die stays the same, whatever choice you make, the die set is the same. You've then got a choice of your A5 or your 6x6 covers, And then, of course, as you say, the disc colour is the next variant.
Absolutely, 100%. So, of course, if you want to go for your A5, it is Shop Journal followed by the colour of your choice. You're going to get your spine and you're going to get your covers as well of your wallets inside there. So, it's Shop Journal white, black, or bright. We've had a question in from the lovely Jonathan as well saying, can you use the spine dies on grey board?
It won't cut through grey board, but absolutely you can use this strip. So you could cut the strip. So one of the things I forgot, I left it at home ridiculously, but I had cut a grey board cover.
Okay.
And of course then I was going to attach the strip to it to make a kind of more sturdy cover for my journal. I did initially, because of course I have laser cutters at home and make my own stencils for you all. I did initially think maybe I could actually cut journal covers out of grey board, but actually if you try and put the disc spines into the grey board, it's not flexible enough.
Yeah, because it can't get round it. Yeah.
So absolutely create a grey board cover and then add a spine strip to that cover, and you'll be able to make really lovely covers for your journals.
Brilliant. Okay, I hope that answers that for you, Jonathan. Thank you, Sarah. Of course, as well, you can go for your 6x6, which essentially, of course, is going to get you that very same die to create that system, and you're going to get your 6x6 wallets. Of course, for this one, it's shop disc, followed by the colour of your choice, whether you want it to come with the white, so that would be shop disc white, shop disc black, or shop disc bright. Okay, that would get you then your 6x6. We've had another question as well in from the lovely Dawn. Good morning, Dawn. Dawn, can we get spare discs? Absolutely, you can do indeed. Yes. And talking of that, we're going to share those for you in a very quick moment. Also as well, Debbie, good morning. Debbie says, is it the same spacing as the Happy Planner?
It's a really good question, Debbie. And when I was designing this, I got a number of Happy Planners because I really, really wanted it to work. It might work with one or two of them, but the Happy Planners come in a range of different dimensions, and unfortunately the spacing between the discs isn't the same across all of the different formats.
Got you.
So you might drop lucky and you might have a Happy Planner which will work with this. But my initial hope that I could say, yeah, it's totally interchangeable with the Happy Planner system didn't work out, unfortunately.
No, but of course, bear that in mind that it may work with the one that you have at home. So consider that thought. Talking of those additional discs, Dawn, that you mentioned, you can, of course, go for those. Now, if you do want to go for those ones on their own, it is shop binding, followed by, of course, the colour of the discs that you want. So shop binding bright, shop binding white, or shop binding black. That will get you an additional pack of discs. How many discs, sorry, did we get into?
There are 12 in each.
12,
so
of
I was
course,
just going to say that. So you can see here on the 6x6 journal, I've used 6. I've used 4 on the tag. So you could have already, just with one pack, you could have done a 6x6 and a tag journal, or the 8x8 is surprisingly 8.
Yeah.
So a set of 12 discs will certainly do a couple of projects depending on the size, but you definitely do need to stock up if you're going to be making more.
Absolutely, 100% stock up, and a lot of you are doing as well, as the bindings are now already incredibly popular. 10% of those is in allocation. Do make sure to stock up on those. Fabulous price of just £5.99 for additional 12 of them. That's incredible value for money. For, of course, an item that's going to stay permanent within your stash. It's the plastic element. It's not, of course, going to break down. It's not like a piece of cardstock that's going to bind them together. This is a tool.
Exactly. And if you decide, actually, you want to create a whole different journal, you could, of course, just take the discs out of one and start something else if you decide you don't want to keep the one that you've already made.
Absolutely, of course.
So I'm thinking I might try and sell Steph some for the swear jars.
I think that would be a great idea.
Yeah, I can do a good price.
I'm going to have brights.
Because I reckon you're going to need quite a few.
I think we're going to need far more than we thought about. That jar's pretty big, but it's going to be full, I'm reckoning, by the end of today. No, it's not like that, really. Well, of course, you can get the spine on its own if you want to do as well. Shop Spine would get you the spine itself for the actual die, and that therefore is £18.99. Right, are we okay to have a look at a demo? Is that okay?
Yeah, do you want to just talk about the specimen slide die, because it's on offer and I'm going to use it in this demo.
Okay, so the specimen die, sorry Amber, but would you be able to remind me of the code of that one? I think is it Shop Specimen?
Is it Shop Slide?
Shop Slide, sorry. Shop Slide, okay, we'll get you this die here. And this one is £14.99 for you. Incredible price on this one. Can you tell us a little, well, you're going to show us actually a little bit about this. Fabulous die set inside here. Again, inside this, you're getting both sides. I can't wait to see it in action. Yeah. So let's have a little look at it, shall we?
Absolutely. So yeah, just just to give you an idea of how it looks just cut out of these papers. I just think it was gorgeous. So
Oh, wow.
you're going to get 3 sizes of slide, and of course they cut out as a single piece from your papers. Has a score line in there, and you've got these different windows in there. So what I'm going to do, hopefully in this time, is I put a bit of acetate behind each of the windows, my invisible demo, and I can use the rub-ons on there. So I thought I'd add them to the counter today because I think the vintage patchwork works beautifully for journal making, and these are the really nice kind of little bits of journal fodder that can create that interactive element. So you add your tags into your journals, but these are a nice way of displaying your rub-ons and creating something that looks a bit unusual.
I love that.
And how sweet do they look in the papers as well?
They look really, really cute, of course, as well. But the great saving on that, take advantage to get hold of that Specimen Slides die here today for just £14.99. It's Shop Slide. Okay, it is fabulous, and of course it's on offer. Loads of you are joining us this morning. It's great to have your company. Do stay with us as well, because we've got plenty coming up throughout the day. But I'm really excited to see what we've got here.
Well, I thought I'd try and do a very simple, quick and simple journal page. And of course, this doesn't need to be a journal page. It's an A5 piece of card, and I could decide actually I like it. I'm going to send it to somebody as a card front. But what I've done already, as you can see, is cut one of the journal strips from the journal kit, and therefore, if I do like it and want to keep it in my journal, I'll just be able to attach that to it once I've finished. So this is a lovely way of creating with no pressure. Sometimes I get journals and then I worry about messing up a page because they're all sewn in. Whereas at this point, I can make something and decide, am I going to make it as a card, or will I keep it? I like it too much.
I like that aspect
of
it. It's
to give to somebody else.
So, of course, you can design as and when you wish and then turn it into a journal page or into a card front. Those journal spine and disc kits together are incredible. Definitely go for those if you haven't yet already tried it. You're going to love it. Even making swatch books like you've done here, Sarah, is a great idea.
I'm thinking I'll do that with more of the Stella paste and create a whole kind of little swatch. So all I'm doing here with my Harlequin stencil that comes with the signature wallet is just going through that with some Distress Oxide. I think this is Ground Espresso. It's getting a bit dry, but it'll work nicely on the soft pink that I've chosen for my journal page. And I'm not looking at covering the whole thing. I'm really just wanting to, again, break that page up, add a little bit of the pattern that we can then bring in with our stamps.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm working towards this side of the page. Just that in itself
really
is pretty. I love that chocolatey brown colour with the soft pinks. But I'm working on this side because I've already torn out of the 8x8 paper pad a strip of that beautiful floral paper. So I'm already thinking, right, that's going to go along this side here, so I don't need to cover the whole of the page. Added a bit of ink down the edges just to give that really kind of faded and aged look. So don't be afraid of tearing into your journal pages.
Definitely.
It is allowed. It isn't against law.
You can do it.
We believe in you.
It is wonderful, though. Again, that stencil that you've just used, of course, comes with Shop Vintage, which is over 75% in allocation now. It is dwindling in stock. Only a very few of those left. And of course, that gets you all the rub-ons, the stamp set, the die, the stencil itself. So definitely Shop Vintage for just $29.99. Oh, 90% of that. So it is now limited stock for that one. If you want to get hold of it, this is your last and final opportunity to do so.
And it absolutely is, because it's sold out on my shop. So this is the only place you can get it.
Okay, you've heard that here first.
You've got really the last few going.
Definitely.
You can see I've gone kind of off the top of the page here, because I'm thinking ahead when I'm putting my composition together that I want to put a pocket at the bottom for my specimen slides. So I was trying to think, I didn't want to lose too much of my florals, so I've gone off the edge.
That.
So let's.
Do you know what, Sarah? There's one left of Shop Vintage.
Really?
There is one left.
Oh.
Absolutely one left.
Goodness me.
One lucky person.
Oh, thank you, everybody. It really has. It really has. That's made my.
It's beautiful, though, Sarah. You should be so proud. It is fabulous, and everyone is loving it so much.
I'm so chuffed. What I'm going to do is stamp some of the diamonds. So you can see ahead of time I've die cut diamonds. I've die cut them from the other part of that 8x8 page, so I know they're going to coordinate with the page, paper that I've already torn into.
Yeah.
I did have my. I'm now looking at every stamp set as precious in terms of stock.
You're going to say, if you want this stamp set, there's one left. Okay, it's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Ooh. Should I carry it?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. There's loads of you at home that are going to be really excited to use this.
And to say, we've got the specimen slides coming up. So these are the 8x8 papers. There's lots going on this page that isn't solely related to...
Of course, if you want to get those papers, absolutely, you can do that Sarah's using there. That is Shop Pad, and it'll get you those 8x8 papers, beautiful designs. And of course, you've got 36 to play with in there. So most definitely, if you want the true essence, for approaching 50% of the stock of that one is now also in allocation. There's going to be nothing left, Sarah.
I know. Oh, thank you, everyone.
No, massive thank you. It is an incredible collection.
There's nothing I like doing more at a weekend than packing orders. Thank you so much.
Any volunteers?
Yes.
You might be able to get yours quicker.
You're not volunteering, are you? So
I'm here. I'm here. Yes.
I'll bring it down.
Come on then. Yeah.
So I've designed this die to work with the stamp. So of course I'm trying not to get my head too much in the way of our lovely Sophie with the camera, but I'm trying just to eyeball it here. What I would normally do would be to stamp and then die cut, because the die is an open die, so you can place it over your stamped image and not worry about this. So you can see just how lovely that is. Just adds a little bit of interest to the to that diamond. And of course, stamp it directly onto your project. You don't need to be using your dies as well. So of course, you could build this up and make a checkerboard across the whole page. There's a beautiful sample. Sorry, just to
have a look,
because this is just a masterclass in stamping from Ali, from the design team.
I mean, the samples for this, Sarah, are just exquisite.
And she's used the stamps.
It's
gold heat embossed to make that patchwork on the black. So that's the 3 designs in that stamp.
That's amazing.
I mean, it would take me ages to
I'm
line that
obsessed
up
with that.
so well.
I'd frame that.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's incredible. I mean, even how it's been used there.
Yes. And so, of course, there, Kerry's used it on the papers and die cut. And say Ali's stamped directly onto the paper and then use those rub-ons on black. So those rub-ons are still popping on the black card as well.
They are, aren't they?
So yeah,
fixated on this. The whole thing just works together incredibly well. It's so well thought through, and the project that you're building here, it's just bringing life. And I can just imagine everyone sitting home, getting it all together, all their ephemera, their rub-ons, and just building and having fun and enjoying it.
Yeah, well, I think when I was doing my live on Wednesday, you'd be shocked to hear this, David, but I talked for far too long. It's very out of character. And I was like, I'm out of time for a demo. Anyway, everyone bullied me into doing a demo. But it was so quick and easy to do, because all I needed to do was get out the elements I had in front of me and just kind of create the project. As I wanted to kind of combine.
It's just natural creativity, isn't it?
It is.
It just flows. So many of you are shopping ahead for so many products on this show. The heart that we actually have as well, which was that wonderful stencil and stamp. Do apologise, Sarah. There is only 4 left of this, completely transparent and honest with you. There's 4 left in stock. And of course, that's 4 lucky people can get hold of this, okay? Or maybe 2 people are going to get 2. Okay, so that one here is Shop Heart for you, again, for that.
And I won't get to this demo, but I will absolutely film it and put it on my YouTube channel. But just to show you, this is what I was going to do. This is what you could have won in terms of a demo. But I mixed the Radiant Rose and the Espresso Luxe on the paste, just to really kind of bring a bit of a kind of darker colour to that. So I put it all on the page and then stenciled that top layer with the Stella paste and cut it out. So it could be a great element on your page and be beautiful on the page. It could be an element on your card. It could even be a page by itself, because remember, you've got these fabulous spine dies. So what I was thinking, so I'm kind of half doing 3 demos at once.
No, it's nice to see all the inspiration.
Is you could literally trim around that bit in the corner there, put your spine down. You can have a lovely shaped page in your journal as
How
well.
pretty.
Because that is 5x7.
Yeah.
It's a nice size in your journal. So just, again, think about creating shaped pages when you've got big stencils that enable you to do that.
Well, you've got the ability to do that now because, of course, you've got all of these tools that allow you to do it. The lovely Diane, good morning, Diana, said, can you buy the dies and stamps on their own? They do only come up, is it in the vintage kit?
It is only in the vintage kit. Normally, once the kind of signature collections kind of had its run, if I have any stock left over, I'll put individuals on, but at this point in time everything's gone.
It's gone, I'm afraid. Okay, so it's just been so busy.
I may well, if I can, get a restock just of the stamps and sell them as an individual, but at the moment they won't be coming out as an individual.
Do you know what as well? I don't know where this show has gone. I mean, please do carry on demo when we've only got a minute and 40 left.
Oh my Lord.
No, honestly. Do want to suggest to everyone to check out your baskets though, because when something is fully allocated, as it is today, we've got sellouts across the show. Do make sure to check out because, of course, until you place your order and check out and complete that purchase, it's not really 100% yours because, of course, if someone changes their quantity to 2, it can build up and populate in different areas. So do make sure to check out as quick as you can do. Sorry, Sarah, for rushing.
No, all I'll say then is just, again, I'll create my pocket.
Yeah.
But before I stick it down, I can make it look like I've stitched it onto my project. So this is where our fabulous rub-ons would come into play. So this is in the A5 rub-on kit, not the one that's with the vintage wallet, obviously, because they've now gone.
Of course.
I don't know where my rub-on high-tech applicator is, aka the lolly stick. So I'm using
I love the terminology today.
So I'm just using the handle of my brush and hoping that will give us a look of the stitching.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, sorry, I've missed a bit there.
Oh my goodness.
But you can
it's
see
gorgeous.
how that's just going to melt into your project. So it will give you the look when you put it down on both sides as if you'd actually sewn that into your project.
Wow, Sarah,
Done.
I just want to say a massive thank you. Honestly, I could sit and watch you all day because it is captivating. A huge, huge thank you for sharing this today. Don't miss, of course, 1 o'clock as well because there'll be some bits left for that, but we'll see you very soon. Take care and check out your baskets.
See you soon. Bye.